I can't wait to hear Anna Kilinski's story. And here she comes. She's a top agent in Atlanta. Give it up for Anna Kilinski.
Let it move. Let it move. Let it move. Yeah, I choose. Let it move. Yeah.
Okay. Is this thing on? Yeah? Do a shake if you can hear me. Okay. Hi, everybody. This is amazing. What a good-looking crowd. Okay, so I promised my team that if I was going to duck out for the day, I had to show them what I was doing. So I'm going to take a video, and you guys are going to be on my live feed. So I got to have the energy, okay? We're going to get after lunch, like I need a coffee. Like, plus you put me behind all the famous people. What's up with that? Like, I have a lot in common with Dottie, minus like the whole couple $100 million thing, but we're going to learn some things today. All right, you guys are going to not be shy. So on the count of 3, we're going to scream, "She's Unstoppable" live, and I need to be loud. You ready? 1, 2, 3.
She's unstoppable live.
Woo! All right, how's the energy? We feeling good? All right, so I'm going to dive straight into this. I feel honored to even be here. I'm behind some really massive personalities and some really accomplished businesswomen, and I know there's a lot of you guys in the room that aren't even speaking today, so thank you for even having me. I'm supposed to press a green button somewhere. Is that right? So what I want to share today, and I hope I don't overtalk this, is going to be 10 principles of a big business and a big life. I could talk all about my story, but really what you guys need to know is I'm actually just like you. Yes, I'm on a show on Bravo. Yes, you know, all these great things that they're saying about us. But at the end of the day, I'm actually just I'm a normal chick. So my name is Anna Kilinski. I run a top real estate team in Atlanta, Georgia. And you guys might have heard about this little show called Buying It Blind. It's not quite $1 million listing just yet. But just watch. So this show was really cool. It's called Buying It Blind. It's actually a real estate series where a contractor and a designer and myself as the real estate expert actually work with 6 real estate challenged couples. Anybody have any of those? No? To buy a house completely sight unseen. My expertise alone had to go out and find this property. We'd blindfold them. We'd roll up to their house. We'd show it to them. Got a lot of F-bombs. And then we'd renovate it with Jen and Michelle, and we'd reveal it to them. And that sounds super crazy, but what's not crazy is I actually really am just, like I said, just like you guys. So I'm a wife, 1 husband, in case anybody was unclear. I'm a mom of 2 amazing boys. If you guys did watch the season, you might have witnessed my entire gestation period of my youngest son. He's 5 months old now. I have a 3-year-old. I have a lot in common with Tracy's like low level when she had toddler pooping around the house. That's my phase right now. I'm a leader of 7 really uber professionals in my business. Been in sales for 13 years and sold over $500 million in real estate. So what we're going to do today is we're going to dive right in. And the first thing I really want to dial into is how we're going to get clear. What are you guys actually doing? In terms of your business and your company, do you actually know why you're doing what you're doing? Do you guys know why you're doing what you're doing? Yeah? Do you ever ask yourself, what is it exactly that I do? You know, I've been in this business for 13 years, and it literally was not until recently that it actually hit me like a ton of bricks. I am not in this business to buy and sell houses for people, and that's what I thought I've been doing. I looked around me. I saw 4 salespeople. I saw 3 admin. I looked at the lives that they had. And I realized that I actually could not create a scalable business, a scalable value for our clients without creating endless opportunities for the people that existed on my team. Because if I'm not creating their worlds and I'm not making them have big lives, we couldn't create more than just the microscopic pipeline that we have in the world that we exist. So I had to get really clear on why I was doing this to begin with. I realized that my world had to be big enough to fit all of their goals and their dreams inside of my world to grow a bigger organization. And I also had to create opportunities for them to make money and then for them to keep that money. I also realized I was going to be quickly out of business if I didn't also do this for our clients. I remember this day, I was actually in the shower, and I came home from this conference in Austin. I'm a Keller Williams agent, so we have these little hoorahs once a year. And I came back, and I just realized that I had been approaching this all wrong. I was literally in the business of buying and selling houses. And I couldn't express to people what my value proposition was. So I had to get super clear. And what I came up with, the mission that I decided to birth for our organization, was that my job as an owner of a business was to create unlimited opportunities and generational wealth for other people through real estate. And that's not just our clients. That's actually the people on our team, and that's who I'm starting with first. If everybody on my team doesn't actually own a house or has not bought and sold a house, how can they advise somebody else to do the same? If they don't have investment properties and they're not cash flowing them, how can they coach another investor to do the same? So I want these people to get big on their goals, and then the organization that I'm building has to include this as well. So for me, I had to create this mission and vision statement that I could get behind every day. And your mission statement, if you do not have one for yourself or for your company or for your life, you need to ask the question, why is it that I exist in this business? What am I doing that I can get behind every day? Get authentic. I know I'm not the only one up here that has a personality who's probably pretty authentic. But if you've ever heard the saying that money amplifies who you are, I can guarantee you that TV does the same. So it was imperative to me that when I did the Bravo show, Buying It Blind, that it unfolded in a very authentic and real way. As the realtor host for the Bravo TV show, I knew that my brand, my personality, my strengths, and probably more so my weaknesses were going to be amplified on national television. I'm not a public person. I didn't have any desire to be on TV or be famous, but I did have a goal to drive value. So I had to get really clear that the only way that I could do this was to absolutely simply be myself. I'm not an actress. According to my husband, I might be a drama queen, but I'm actually not a drama queen. I'm just a real estate expert. Yet the importance of the situation with these actual buyers actually buying a house that they will never have seen was really real. It was real, and the outcome was grave. If it didn't work, that was my reputation. See, everybody's texting me back. They love the video. So the stakes were super high. Look, this is a big deal to your clients. And what I realized was that I'm not the buyer, I'm not the agent for the buyer or seller that wants me to tell them everything that they want to hear. I am the agent that gets comfortable with delivering a tough message, and I am the agent that gets comfortable with delivering the honest message. It's cost me actually a lot of business in real time. Do you know how many listings I've lost because I'm really honest with people? A lot. A lot. But have you ever calculated the cost of a listing that doesn't sell? Does anybody know what that feels like? Where does that drain on your family? Where does that drain on your business? What's that drain on your brand, right? So being real and being authentic and being honest with people is actually, it's given me a lot of respect in the industry. And honestly, it's saved me hundreds and thousands of dollars, and it's made me hundreds and thousands of dollars. So who are you really to your clients? Be her. Get valuable. Guys, quick poll of hands. Who would never like to cut their commission ever again? You guys are so predictable. I'm going to blow your mind. In this business, you can't just wear a name tag that says you're a realtor. You actually have to provide value. The only reason that someone is asking or demanding that you take less is because you have failed to clearly communicate what your value is. I got a text the other day from an agent. It was totally accidental. I think they thought that I was one of their buyers, and it said, "Hi, have you found any more houses that you would like to see?" Part of me was like, oh my God, I just have to beat this. And then part of me was actually really pissed because this is the kind of habits that's showing up in our industry, especially because the markets have been good. I don't know what your market is like, but Atlanta has been amazing. That everybody is now a realtor. Somebody's mom, somebody's wife, their father-in-law, their 13-year-old son. Like, they're all realtors. Like, it's crazy. So, we're being commoditized. So what makes you different? Have you thought about that? What is your superpower? What is the one thing that you possess that people would stand in line to do business with you? And if you don't know what that is, you need to figure it out. Isn't everybody a realtor? Why is my dad calling? Come on, Dad. He knows I'm here, and he's like, let me just check in. Look, I'm not here to shame anyone because I am absolutely guilty of this, but how often do you hear this in our realtor community? If you know anybody looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate today, give me a call. Y'all ever heard that before? Guys, what makes you different? If they can go the seat over and hire the next person, why are they going to pay 6% or 5% or whatever your market is? What if instead that question was, do you have anybody in your world today who's educating you on the value of the preservation of the equity in your house? It's a different conversation. Their ears are perked up. Oh my God, these people care about my bottom line. So when people ask you, what do you do for a living? Do you say I'm a realtor? Do you say I sell houses? Or do you say, I help buyers and sellers outperform the real estate market? Isn't that more valuable? Isn't that actually true? So think about how you're talking about yourself. Stop making, the Kmart special. Be different. Be an elitist. Be an expert in what you do. So at the end of the day, at the end of this conference, I really want you guys to be thinking about 1 to 3 super clear, well-articulated reasons you should be the agent that somebody should hire. For me, I turn just looking into contracts. I build wealth for our clients, and then I help them preserve it. That's why people are going to work with me. That's why they're going to stand in line to work with me. And I'm never going to cut my commission because I know my value. Get curious. I was having lunch next to a nice lady today from Keller Williams. Thank you for keeping me company. And we're talking about the power of questions. And I want you guys to stop talking. And I want you guys to instead ask questions. Your earning potential is in direct proportion to the quality of questions that you're willing to ask. I want y'all to write that down. Your earning potential is in direct proportion to the quality of questions you are willing to ask. The moment that you think you know everything about anything, you might as well turn in your license and start digging straight down. There's a lot of value on this stage today, but let's be honest, the real value is the conversations that you guys are having in the hallways. It's the connections that you guys are making. It's what somebody is doing at a higher level that maybe you haven't thought of. I went to a conference like this one day and came back, and somebody told me one sentence that saved me $87,000 that year. It's just because I was asking questions. So when you meet somebody new, be genuinely interested in what makes them tick. Plus, people love to talk about themselves, right? Here are questions that I love to ask other people. How did you go about achieving that? What did you fail at in order to get there? What's your next big play? What's your biggest challenge right now? What are you doing about it? What's your superpower, and what would be the one thing that you could do that's better than anybody that you know? And when they tell you, start connecting them with people that need that. So I have a question. What questions are you asking? Get small. So I'm really good at this because I don't know how to scale a company like Dottie does, but you have to get small to get big. And the reality is, if you live anywhere that has remotely any amount of traffic that's unbearable, like Atlanta or LA or DC or anywhere that's horrendous, you guys will appreciate this one. Time is the most valuable resource. So you've got to specialize. Specializing for me can mean geographic. If I were to specialize in all of Atlanta, I would have exactly 0 quality of life. I would never see my sons. I would probably be divorced. I just don't have time. I don't have time. I don't value sitting in traffic. I cannot be everybody's everything, and neither can you. Not without sacrificing myself, my family, and my customer service. So I have a recommendation. If you're in a big metro area, build a network of agents within your city. Find out the neighborhood and the price point or the type of product that you want to specialize in, and literally build a network that allows you to focus on what you're really amazing at and get everything else off your plate. If you're spending more than 20 minutes driving in a car, think about all the time over task of servicing that listing, driving to that, showing that listing, hand-holding the seller through all their problems. Like, that is really expensive with time, and because we can't replace time, don't waste your business doing everything for everybody. Specialized can also not be geographic. I'm a listing specialist, so I've got a team. Apparently I have 1 minute left, so I should probably hurry. I'm gonna skip to the good stuff. All right, get a pipeline. This will be super, super quick. You remember, you guys, I was telling you that I'm the agent that delivers the tough message? If you do not lead generate, you will be out of business. Without customers, we are unemployed. Oh, apparently I didn't update my... All right, get back on the horse. So Dottie was talking a lot about failure. I really appreciate this one. The difference between average people and achieving people is their perception and response of failure. I have a 5-month-old who is failing every day at everything. And guess what? His life is going to be amazing. He doesn't know any better. So why, as adults, are we afraid to fail? What happened? Get back on the horse, guys. Failure is critical to success. What have I not failed at? Get over yourself. Really quick question. Ask yourself how long you've been in business. 5 years, 10 years. Have you been in business 10 years, or have you been in business 1 year 10 times? Right? Okay? What are you doing to leverage yourself, your systems, and your people such that you're not repeating Groundhog Day every year? And the last thing, because I know I'm short on time, and I have so appreciated being up here, is you guys need to get a coach. If you don't have a coach, when I ask people, people ask me for their advice and their mentorship, is like, how do I grow a big business? I tell them, I had a coach since day one, and they sit there, they tell me they can't afford it. It's a really simple answer. If you had one, you could. You guys have been great. Appreciate y'all.